RPGs are some of the most immersive games ever made. They pull us into incredible worlds, let us become powerful heroes or villains, and make choices that shape our stories. Some RPGs focus on deep storytelling, others on intense combat, and some give us massive open worlds to explore. No matter what kind of RPG you love, these games offer unforgettable experiences that keep us coming back for more. Over the years, the genre has changed a lot. Games have pushed the boundaries of what's possible, giving us more freedom, more choices, and better combat. Some RPGs set new standards for storytelling, while others reinvented what an open world should feel like. Today, we're looking at the top 10 best RPGs of all time. Games that stand out because of their gameplay, world building, and lasting impact. At number 10, we have Black Myth: Wukong. This upcoming RPG is based on Journey to the West, one of the most famous stories in Chinese mythology. The game puts players in the role of the Monkey King, using his staff and powerful abilities to take on massive enemies. From what we've seen, the world looks stunning, with incredible creature designs and fast-paced combat that reminds us of Souls-like games. The developers have put a lot of effort into making the game feel both cinematic and challenging. If the final product delivers, this could be one of the greatest action RPGs of all time. At number 9, there's Genshin Impact. When this game first launched, no one expected it to become such a massive hit. It blends an open-world experience with action-packed combat, elemental abilities, and a constant stream of new content. Despite being free-to-play, it offers a level of polish that rivals big-budget AAA games. The world of Teyvat is packed with mysteries, hidden treasures, and tough bosses. With regular updates and new regions being added, the game keeps evolving, giving players fresh adventures long after launch. At number 8, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is the game that fully transformed the Assassin's Creed series into an RPG. Set in ancient Greece, it lets players choose between two protagonists, Alexios or Cassandra, and experience a sprawling story filled with choices. The open world is breathtaking, from massive cities to legendary battlegrounds. The combat is faster and more fluid than ever, and the naval battles make a return, adding another layer of depth. With Greek mythology woven into the story, this game makes you feel like a true warrior shaping history. At number 7, there's Cyberpunk 2077: Phantom Liberty. The base game had a rough start, but with all the updates and this expansion, it's now one of the best RPGs ever made. Phantom Liberty introduces a gripping spy thriller storyline, new gameplay mechanics, and improved AI. The world of Night City feels more alive than ever, with better police chases, more engaging side quests, and meaningful choices that impact the story. This is the definitive way to experience Cyberpunk, and if you haven't given it a second chance, now is the time. At number 6, we find Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree. Elden Ring already changed the way we see open-world RPGs, and this massive expansion builds on everything that made it great. The new region is packed with brutal bosses, hidden lore, and dangerous enemies that will test even the most skilled players. The combat remains some of the best in any game, requiring strategy, patience, and skill. Every corner of this world feels like a mystery waiting to be solved, and for fans of challenging RPGs, this is an absolute must-play. At number 5, there's Dragon's Dogma 2. The original game was a hidden gem, and the long-awaited sequel improves on it in every way. The pawn system is back, allowing players to create AI-controlled companions that learn and adapt. The combat is dynamic, with the ability to climb onto massive enemies and strike weak points. The world feels alive, with NPCs following their own routines and monsters that react differently depending on the time of day. Every adventure feels unpredictable, making it one of the most exciting RPGs to play. At number 4, we have The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. This game changed open-world design forever. It removes traditional waypoints and tells players to explore however they want. You can climb mountains, glide across vast landscapes, or experiment with physics-based mechanics to solve puzzles in creative ways. The world is full of secrets, and every location feels handcrafted. The freedom in combat, exploration, and puzzle solving makes this one of the most unique RPGs ever made. At number 3, there's Diablo 4. The Diablo series has always been about fast-paced combat, deep character builds, and an addictive loot system. This entry takes everything great about the series and expands on it. The dark, gothic world feels more immersive than ever, with a haunting atmosphere that pulls players in. The dungeons are massive, the boss fights are intense, and the skill system allows for tons of customization. Whether you're playing solo or with friends, this is an RPG that keeps you coming back for more. At number 2, we find The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. This is storytelling at its finest. The game is filled with rich lore, memorable characters, and quests that feel just as important as the main story. Every decision you make affects the world around you, leading to multiple endings and unexpected twists. The combat is satisfying, the monster hunts are thrilling, and the expansions only add more depth to an already massive game. Years later, it's still one of the most beloved RPGs ever made. At number 1, the best RPG of all time is Baldur's Gate 3. This game is a masterpiece. Every choice matters, the characters feel alive, and the world reacts to everything you do. The turn-based combat is incredibly deep, with countless ways to approach each battle. The writing is top tier, with dialogue that feels natural and engaging. Whether you're playing alone or with friends, no two playthroughs are the same. This is the gold standard for RPGs, proving that player choice and deep storytelling can go hand in hand. That's the list of the best RPGs ever made. These games have set new standards for the genre, offering unforgettable adventures that players will remember for years. Whether you love fantasy, sci-fi, or historical settings, there's an RPG here for you. What's your favorite RPG of all time? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming content.